What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. This is Marketing with Dev. Make sure you guys give me a like, comment, subscribe, and hit those bell notifications so you can be notified when I drop new videos just like this one. And in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to run ads to an automated webinar or an automated workshop. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So the first thing you're going to want to do is obviously be inside of your ads manager. And once you're inside, we want to be on the dashboard and press this green create button in the top left. So just so you guys know, this is a demo account, so I don't have everything set up, but I'm going to show you guys exactly how you should set it up for your automated webinar. So now what we want to do here is choose our campaign objective. So we can choose between awareness, traffic, engagement, leads, ad promotion, and sales. So I would recommend you either select leads or sales. I have run automated webinars, live webinars for so many different companies now. Leads and sales always typically generate the best results. We have tried awareness, we have tried traffic, we have tried engagement. But when we're talking about generating registrants for a workshop or a webinar, leads and sales are typically the best. And I like to lean more so toward lead because we're not selling anything on the ad. Most of the time, 10 times out of 10 or 9 times out of 10, I should say, the actual sale takes place on the webinar. So we want to select a leads campaign for the most part, and we're going to continue. So I like to do manual leads campaign. I guess I'm just a little old school, but for me, that's just what I like to do. I've been doing this for a while now, and then we will select continue. Now we are inside of the campaign, and this is actually the campaign level. So we know this is the campaign level because on the left-hand side, you can see that there is this blue folder, right? That lets you know that you are in the campaign level. Underneath, where you see these 4 squares, that lets you know that you're on the ad set level. And underneath that, where it's just 1 square, that lets you know that you're on the ad level. So the first thing we're gonna wanna do is name this campaign. So let's say that we are doing an automated webinar for a workshop or a webinar to help men build more muscle, right? So this is one that I've actually done before, one client that I've actually worked with. So he had a webinar where he actually taught his method for helping men gain more muscle and gain weight and looking more, and helping them bulk up. So I'm going to do the exact strategy that I did for him that helped him kill it with his webinar. So the first thing I'm going to do, like I said, is name it. So the first part of naming it is L1. And the reason why it's L1 is because L1 signifies that this is a prospecting campaign or a campaign that is going to cold traffic or people who have never heard of us before, right? So if this was a retargeting campaign, it would be L2 because they are people who are aware of us. They've seen us before in some way, shape, or form. So let's just call this weight training or muscle building AW. So muscle building AW stands for automated webinar. Whatever the name of your workshop is or whatever the objective of your workshop is, you will put that in the middle. So if your workshop or your webinar was about teaching people how to run ads, you will put, Facebook ads, TikTok ads, whatever the case may be. If your workshop was teaching people how to garden, you would put, gardening, automated webinar, whatever it is, just so you can understand what it is when you see it and you can identify it. And the last part is the name of the type of campaign that we're doing. So we have L1, muscle building, automated webinar, and leads. And that's all that we're gonna have to do for the campaign level. So you can either press the new leads ad set right here, or you can go to the bottom right and select next. Now we are on the ad set level. And again, we want to name the ad set, but we always name the ad set the name of the audience we're targeting. And since we don't have that yet, we'll just leave this blank for now. Conversion location, we are going to select website because we are sending them to our automated webinar page, landing page. 9 times out of 10, that's what you're going to be doing. That's what I would recommend that you do. Performance goal, we're going to maximize the number of conversions. Your data set, you want to make sure you have your pixel conversion event, whether it be complete registration or lead, whichever one you have set up. Let's just use complete registration for this example. Again, this is a demo account, so our conversions aren't set up in this account. Going down to budget. So we're going to stick with $20 a day. We're going to have 3 total ad sets at $20 a day. So it's going to be $60 a day total to start to get that initial test. Going down even further, locations, United States. If you want people from other countries, then you can select edit, and then you can select which country you want. Or if you want to select multiple countries, you can do that as well. I'm in the United States, so I'm going to want my people to view my webinar from the United States just because it makes it easier with time zones and everything, and also the currency, right? So now we are going down to Advantage Plus Audience. And what we want to do is go and press this switch to original audience options, this blue link right here. And we're going to select use Advantage Plus Audience. Use original audience rather. So now that we have that, we can go down to the advantage detail targeting, right? But first, what we can do here is change the age or the gender of the people you want to see. So ordinarily, I would say leave this blank and just let the Facebook ads algorithm determine the best fit, because it would typically sort itself out. If this is a weight building, a muscle building weight training program for the automated webinar. So you probably won't get too many people that are 65 plus just naturally based off of the copy and the creative and things like that. But you can alter it if you want to, but I would recommend leaving it blank unless it's something that's specifically for a certain age group. And same thing with gender. I would recommend leaving this blank as well, unless it's something specifically for men only or something specifically for women only. Going down to Advantage Detail Targeting Plus. So what we're going to do here is utilize our 3-layer targeting strategy that we use to find the best audiences for these ads. So the first layer is always going to be something that is directly related to your product or your service. The second layer is going to be something that is closely related to your product or your service. And the third layer is going to be something that your ideal clients are also interested in. So for the first ad set, we're going to use the first layer. For the second ad set, we're going to use the second layer. And for the third ad set, we're going to use the third layer. So the first layer was something that is directly related to our product or our service. And so in this example, for our automated webinar, we're going to be teaching men how to build muscle, right? So something that is directly related to that would be interest like weight training or weightlifting, right? Because that is directly related to what our automated webinar is about. So weight training, and we can put that here. And now what we want to do is go to the bottom right and select next to take us to the ad level, because that's all we're going to have to do for the ad set level right here. And now ad name, again, we always want to name everything that we have just so it's easy to identify. And for the ad level, we're going to have 3 different ad levels as well, but they are all going to be exactly the same. And the reason why they're going to be exactly the same is because we are testing the audiences. And when we are testing, we only want to test one variable at a time. So since that variable that we're testing is going to be the audience, everything else must be constant. And the reason for that is because if we have multiple variables that are changed or multiple variables that we're testing, we're not going to know for sure if the difference in results are due to one thing or if they're due to the other thing. But if we're only testing one thing and everything else is the exact same, we'll know the difference in results is due to that one variable that's being tested. So when you name your ad, you can name it anything that will be easily recognizable for you. So let's say you recorded 3 videos on this day, video 1, video 2, video 3, something simple. Maybe you're wearing a red shirt in the video. You can just name it red shirt, whatever is easy for you. So we're just going to go with video 1, just for an example. Going down to identity, you want to put in your Facebook page. You want to connect your Instagram account. Again, this is a demo account, so I'm not going to do that. Creative source, manual upload, format, single image or video. So we're going to set up creative and then either select image or video ad. I typically like to use video, so we're going to select video. Now here is where you can upload your thumbnail. So when they see the ad and before the video is playing, the image that they see, that's going to be the thumbnail, right? And here is a display label for your site link. So this label will be shown within creative and take people to your provided URL. Character count for each label is 15. And then you can paste your URL right there. And then we can go to next. Primary text. This is where you're going to put your ad copy, your headline. This is obviously where you're going to put your headline. You can add a description if you would like. And your call to actions are here. This is where you're going to select your call to actions. So I'm not going to get into how to create a high converting video or image ad or copy or how to write your head or how to write your headline, because I have videos on this channel about that already. So if you guys are interested in learning more about that, just check out those videos that I already made. I don't want to make this video too long. Now, what we're going to do after that, after you have everything in place here, we're going to select next. And then here you can actually upload your video. So whatever video you would want, you can upload right here. I'm not gonna actually do this, but upload your video, and then you would trim it, you can crop it, and then you will be ready to actually have that video saved and ready to go. Then the last thing you would need to do is go to the website URL, and then whatever URL, so this would be the opt-in page or the opt-in form of your automated webinar, and then we would paste that URL right here. And now you will be finished with the ad level, and you're not going to have to do anything for the ad level again, because we're just going to be duplicating the other two ad sets. And like I said, everything in this ad level is going to be the exact same. So you only have to set this up one time. Now, what we're going to do is go to the left-hand side and go back to the ad set level where it says weight training or whatever you would have named yours. Go to action menu, and we're going to select quick duplicate. Now, after we do that, what do we want to do? We always want to name the ad set name, but we don't know the audience yet, so we're going to leave this blank for now. Now let's go back down to Advantage Plus Audience. And now we are going to provide layer 2. So layer 1 was something that is directly related to your product or service, and we selected weight training. Now layer 2 is going to be something that is closely related to your product or your service. So we can do something like LA Fitness, right? Or honestly, you can do any other gym or anything that you feel is closely related to your product or your service. It doesn't have to be what I'm doing. I'm just showing you guys the example that I use for this specific automated webinar that I had worked for. So whatever you're doing, whatever your automated webinar is about, you're going to go and follow these 3 layer systems. Whatever is closely related, whatever is directly related is the first layer, whatever is closely related is the second layer, and also things that your ideal clients also like is the third layer. So now that we have this second layer, we're going to go up and name this LA Fitness. And remember, everything on the ad level is already done because we're only setting it up one time, and we're going to continue to duplicate it. So now we're going to select action menu over the LA Fitness, and we're going to quick duplicate that. And now we're going to do the same exact thing. And now we're going to go down again, and we're going to remove LA Fitness because now we're doing layer 3, something that your ideal clients are also interested in. Let's select National Football League, right? So the NFL, when we were doing this exact webinar, this was a great interest for us, right? So men who like to lift weights, you know, a lot of them probably like football. They probably enjoy the NFL. So we can go back up and we can name this NFL. And after you have that, you will have this strategy set up. And what you will want to do is publish this and let it run for at least 3 days without making any adjustments. And after 3 days, you should have sufficient enough data to be able to determine what's working, what's not working, what we're going to put more money in, what we're going to cut money from, and things of that nature. So it's very important that you're actually analyzing the data after you let these ads run. So like I said, after you have everything set up, after you have all of this set up, you will select publish. Facebook will review your campaign and they will either accept it or they will reject it. Most of the time they will accept it and it will run, and then you will be good to go. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give me a like, comment, subscribe, and hit those bell notifications so you can be notified when I drop a video just like this one. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.